NXT Stand and Deliver.
Come, let's go through the card.
Very quickly, and by the way, Swerve, who complaining there's not enough representation. Yeah, sure, okay. Look at this card. For for the NXT Women's North American Championship, it's a ladder match. Of course, it is. It's a standard already. At this point, Zarya versus Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka versus Izzy Dame versus two TBDs.
You know what? If you asked me this question 1 year ago, I could have not put the names and the faces together, right?
Yep.
But since it's been on Netflix, I've been watching. And you know
Yes.
what? I got my money. I want my Sol Ruka to win. That's my goal.
Bro, the great thing about this is, I want Kalani Jordan to win. I think she deserves it.
She's great as well.
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
great. Beautiful, by the way. But Sol Ruka, what I like about her is that she gives me like a 90s gimmick because of a surfer character.
Yeah.
But once she start wrestling and that freaking soul crusher move, holy shit. Like,
Soul Snatcher, I believe.
Soul Snatcher, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's amazing, man.
The interesting story, of course, going into this is that Soul and Zarya are a tag team, right?
Yeah.
But now they're in the same match, so...
Zarya kind of looks like this generation's what's her
Bull?
name? No, not Bull Nakano. Who's the other crazy girl in the 90s? The one that always with Shawn Michaels at that point in time. Luna.
Luna Vachon.
Luna Vachon. She's giving me Luna Vachon vibes.
Yeah, but she actually can talk normally. Luna Vachon. Do you remember?
She's the ultimate warrior, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, these are just the mid-carders, but like all of them are great as well.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you got the NXT Women's Championship. Stephanie Vacker, the Women's Champion, versus Jordan Grace versus Jada Parker. Let's go.
Okay.
Remember, I don't want to be the guy who claims it, but like remember from the start, we were like, hey, this Jada Parker got a lot of natural charisma.
Oh yeah, she can speak well.
Yes.
I love she's so natural on the mic, right?
Yes.
You know what? Hot take. She's a better promo worker than Bianca Belair, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree.
Natural, very natural.
Yeah. As well as Julia in this match. Okay,
so it's a fatal 4-way?
It's a 4-way match, yes.
Okay.
Julia suddenly returning and quote-unquote turning heel. Was it too soon? I feel like she just went away. Like,
yeah. I do not know what was the details behind the injury. Maybe it was initially it was considered like a serious injury. That's why she had to drop the title. But then now she recovered fast? Or?
Yeah, maybe it was an injury that they just need to rehab for 2-3 weeks or something like that. But yeah, it just feels like she left, right?
Yeah. Because that would have completely like what's the point of like dropping the title if she's gonna come back, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about the heel turn though?
I think it works. I think it works much better for her. I think they made a mistake. Okay, I don't want to say it's a mistake because she came in with a lot of fanfare, right?
Yeah,
a lot of buzz, especially the IWC. They knew who she was already. I think she fits being a heel much better. She can be the Io Sky. She can be the... Do you remember when Io Sky turned heel? When Asuka turned heel, we were like, oh, she's so much hotter.
Yeah.
This is what has happened.
Bro, I remember the line when Io Sky turned heel hot. Hot shot turn heel, hot shot. Remember?
Yeah, Wilson turned heel, hot shot.
We got hot shot, yeah.
Yeah.
Just here's the thing about Julia. I just thought when I first saw her, right, when I first laid eyes on her, I thought she was like an anime character straight out of like freaking Taken or something like that.
Oh, wait. So who said visa problem? Oh, so that's why they had to solve it quick lah. Oh.
Okay. Then would have made perfect sense. Yeah, so I always thought she had this air of like a dangerous female assassin.
Yes.
You know, she's kind of playful, mischievous, but like an evil person.
Her going out there trying to cut promos, trying to connect with the crowd with her broken English, it didn't work to me.
Yeah.
People just liked her aura, that's it. But beyond that, if you see her weekly, the aura goes away.
I like her being silent, women of few words, you know. Yeah. Just look at a girl, smile, do her finisher, then arrivederci. You know, when it walks away, you know, that's the vibe I want from her.
Yeah.
And I hope she leans on that. But in a very interesting contrast, I would say that her turning heel makes it very clear that Stephanie is that number one being girl baby face, right?
Yes.
And it's weird because I always thought Stephanie works better as a heel. But then like seeing her on podcasts, seeing her interact with her audience, and she has been cutting promos in English in NXT, by the way.
Yes.
And she's actually better than I thought, right?
Yep.
And I don't know, she's just very, very likable. Even though she's like very silent and not really talking that much, there's something about her that you just want to root for. And I think maybe because I think she kind of shared about her story. Like, I think she really had to struggle to be a wrestler. Do you hear what she said on one of the interviews about her? It's not like about her saying that it's not about the money. Like, she's actually wrestled for no money, and she was going hungry in Mexico,
Yep.
but because she got to train every single day, she was so happy doing it.
Mm.
So she's really lived the life of a struggling artist,
Yeah.
who loves her craft. You gotta respect that, man, for sure.
Oh yeah. Who's winning this? That's the question. She just won. I don't think it gives her or makes any sense for her to lose the title. It does no favors for her. She needs to establish herself.
I want Stephanie to lose the title and then go on to have a feud with Julia, like a proper feud, not like the
Oh.
one-off.
So no love for Jordan Grace or Jada Parker?
I love both of them, but I think they might go off into their own rivalry. Yeah, because we've been seeing the last couple of weeks, like they kind of cutting off each other, trying to get into the ring to go for the title.
Yeah,
So I think that might, because I don't think you need to pull the trigger on Jordan Grace too soon as
fast.
well.
Yeah.
And I love Jada Parker, but hot take again, I don't know whether you disagree with me. I think she's not ready for the women's main title. I still think she should be North American.
I was about to say that she's not there yet. She's definitely upper mid card at this point, and give her a couple of months, I think she could be there.
Yes, agree.
Yes. Elvin says also kinda abused by her partner who had a lot of friends in AEW. I
remember this.
I remember this vaguely as well, but I didn't look into it. Oh, well.
From what I remember, she had a boyfriend who was also a wrestler in Mexico who actually like domestically abused her.
Oh.
And I think that guy went to jail because I think Stephanie like reported on him. But the problem is that guy is like best friends with like Rush and that gang.
Oh, that group, yeah.
Yeah, and then like they lost Igor Noblis or whatever nonsense. So they actually blacklisted her. Like they outcasted them.
They did her a freaking favor. So
Yeah.
now she's doing great stuff in NXT and she has a much higher ceiling. So congrats to Stephanie.
Yeah, bro, and she's so beautiful. Why would you abuse her like that? Come on, guys. Please show some respect to your
It's nothing to
girls.
do with looks, bro. We all know it's nothing to do with looks or whatever. It's just bad people doing bad things.
Yeah, man.
Period. Okay, I'm looking forward to this match, but I think that Stephanie Becker needs to maintain the title and, like you said, go on a long feud with Julia. Like, we've had this whole thing of they were friends, blah, 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 and their interaction, if you think about it, has been very short, right?
Yeah, too short.
Way too short. I want them to go on a long feud to establish this rivalry.
And what's wild to me was a lot of people were talking about Roxanne's reign as NXT Women's Champion, like it was a good reign and all that. I didn't watch any of it, right? Because it was like, not accessible for us.
Yeah.
I think like this current era of the women's wrestlers in NXT is gonna surpass that, bro. Every one of them have so much aura, bro.
Bro, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, to your point, right? Like, I know people like Roxanne because she's grown up in NXT in a way, right?
Yeah.
I've always said that every time they give her the mic, it's rough, it's tough.
Yeah.
Like, her and Cora Jade, like, I honestly I think Cora Jade is the biggest star.
Yeah, for sure. Cora Jade can cut a better promo for sure.
Yeah.
And you see Roxanne's not doing much on the main roster, so
I hope it feels like she's going to go down the path of Johnny Gargano. It's one of those like Triple H's guy or Triple H's gal, but then doesn't really have that connection with the audience.
We shall see. I mean, her being like a smaller character, if she can develop her personality. I mean, you look at Alexa Bliss, like her stature didn't stop her from achieving great things.
No, but it's all personality, what?
Yes, correct. So she needs to somehow find that personality on the main roster.
She struggled with even in NXT. So like that is a bit of a like, okay, you have a steep hill to climb. Irvin says, what if at the end of the match, Mandy Rose returned? Mandy. Apart from the initial pop, I don't think that's a good idea and they don't need Mandy Rose. And Mandy Rose doesn't need them.
She's happy on OnlyFans, so like let her live her life. I don't think WWE needs her. We have enough. We have other girls already. Our attention has changed. We have moved on.
Let's talk about Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus Gauntlet match winners. So they're doing like a gauntlet match thing.
Okay, so the gauntlet match itself is happening in NXT this week?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. I do not know any other tag team in NXT other than Nathan and Axiom.
So that's the issue with NXT, I feel, right? A lot of their tag teams are sort of like, hey, but then again, it's NXT. It's the developmental. So it makes sense that they don't have established groups.
Yeah, I guess.
Like literally, Nathan Frazier and Axiom is their only established group, and they are a thrown together group. If you think
yeah,
about how
that's
they
true.
form.
You know what would be cool? I mean, this is a bit like a dream match fantasy booking for me. What if in the gauntlet match we have a surprise entrance, late additions to the roster, bro?
Okay.
Bring back the Hardy Boys. Because I want to see that Hardy Boys and Fraxium match in NXT, bro.
They already had a match, what?
No, I know, but they was like a one-off match, right? But I wish they did it on a bigger stage,
Oh,
which would
like
have been
stand and deliver lah.
yeah, for sure. Like
Okay, okay.
yeah, because I don't see any other big teams unless like I don't know, like Motor City Machine Guns drop down
Right.
to the
Bro,
developmental or something.
the return of the Dudleys!
No, bro. No.
Devon!
Get the tables.
Oh,
Like
no, no.
yeah.
Okay,
Irvin also agrees with me. I think
Hardys.
Hardy's, yeah.
Let's talk about Ricky Saints. And he's defending against another Fatal 4-Way match winner. So there's going to be a Fatal 4-Way match on NXT.
Okay, cool. So who are the potential contenders? Because Ricky Saints won the title from Sean Spears, right?
Yeah. But
And
then now there's the whole Ethan Page, Sean Spears. Bro, it's AEW.
bro,
This
it's the
is what
AEW universe, bro.
yeah, they are doing like an AEW like
You know what,
alumni feud
bro?
thing.
They do a 4-way, bro. It's Sean Spears versus Ricky Say versus Ethan Page versus Lexis King. Let's go.
Yeah. No, I think that is the Fatal 4-Way to determine the number one contender. Just
I
take
mean,
out
yeah, 3 of the AEW plus
Lexis.
one more guy, lah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is what it is.
You know what? They are great. They are great in
Yeah.
this division, I would say. Yeah.
It's hilarious. Tony fumbled.
Yeah, hilarious. I mean, shout out to the NXT crowds, right? They have the most creative chants. So I love their nonsense.
I mean, they are like we talk about AEW has their diehards. The NXT card is the diehards, right?
For
Dante
sure.
Chen, let's go! Oh my god, that
Yeah,
would be
come
the
on,
dream.
bro. No, Dante's still injured. If I'm not wrong.
Oh,
If I'm not wrong. Yeah, that's
Ricky Saints, he just won the title, so I don't see him losing at Stand and Deliver. If anything, he needs to show out, right? Him versus Ethan Page. Ethan Page can make him.
Yeah, I think Ethan Page deserves it also because of the work that he's done this last year. I think he's really done great stuff. He's elevated Javon Evans. Yeah, but Ricky Saints, bro, I mean, this is where he's gonna shine, bro. This year is the year of Ricky Saints. I won't be surprised this time next year he's NXT champion. Potentially going on the roster. I think he deserves because bro, he's really cut his teeth and done his season in AEW, bro.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to stay long in NXT to me.
True. You talked about Javon Evans. He's in the main event. And like I said, very surprising because I remember when he first debuted, I'm like, who is this skinny fella? Like, no character. He's just bouncy. That's his whole thing. He was bouncy, right? And because of Ethan Page, he now has a character.
Bro, I mean, we can't even call him skinny anymore. Bro has blocked up recently, bro.
He's lean. He's very lean, right?
Yeah.
So talk about Oberfemi, versus Trick Williams versus Javon Evans for the it's a triple threat match for the NXT Championship.
Yeah. Sorry, before we talk about the triple check, can I address what Riz said? Saints needs to bless the males in the audience. So have you seen what Ricky Say has been doing? Fucking funny, bro. He just all these like random angmo makciks just tapping their head.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is because the ones that he tapped are all like really middle-aged aunties. Like it was not like a row of hot girls or what. It was just like auntie and they all like so happy.
He's the auntie killer lah, bro.
Yeah, bro, he's the auntie killer. Ricky Saint, there you go. That's his gimmick.
That's his gimmick. A middle-aged white women love Ricky Saint. Oh my god.
Yeah, that should be the new chant for man, auntie killer.
Oh jeez.
Okay, yeah. So back to the triple threat. Talk about black representation, bro.
I know this match should be called the For the Culture match or whatever, right? Like,
yeah. Somebody said this was the SM and extra large match. You know why, lah?
Yeah. No, because one small guy, one medium-sized guy, one large guy.
Bro, the comparisons never end. Then there was another meme I saw. It was like Cham, Mocham, and I don't know.
Oh, the Pokemon evolutions.
Correct. Bro, I tell you what, the internet is too creative with this nonsense.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love it. Like you have a powerhouse, you have like a mid-sized, the Booker T style wrestler, and you have a high flyer. Like you have literally 3 different archetypes of wrestlers in this match.
Yeah. A part of me has kind of been won over by Javon Evans. Like I think he is like their Darby Allin in NXT.
Yeah.
So he might probably do crazy stuff. He'll probably like do a show-stopping move.
But do you think he'll win?
No, he won't.
Yeah. It's still too early, right?
Yeah, too early, too early. And I think he will do better in the chase, right?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
needs to prove his odds. Um, to me, hot take, I think Trick Williams is ready for the main roster.
Agree. I agree with you.
Not the best
He's-
wrestler,
He's
But-
he's got the it factor lah.
he's got the it factor, and I think he can actually surpass what Carmelo Hayes is doing on the main roster.
I was about to say, you know what? They'll probably put them together and actually no.
No, not yet.
Carmelo Hayes is working with Miz.
Yeah, good for him. You know, he has a veteran to work with.
But okay, if I don't know if it's one of those odd couple pairings, right? But it's so cringe. Like this, like Miz is like this white guy trying to be hip with the African American guy, but he's doing it on purpose. And I get that they're trying to play it off for laughs, but I'm like, oh, it's quite cringe lah. Hearing Miz try to be hip.
Yeah, nah. I mean, let him do him. But for me, Trick Williams, I mean, you talk about the Yeet and Jey Uso's entrance being a big hit, right?
Oh,
Wait
whoop
till
that trick.
Whoop That Trick is on Raw, on SmackDown, bro.
But bro, we need Booker T. It doesn't work. It doesn't work if Michael Cole or Wade Barrett or Joe Tessitore does it.
Yeah, maybe Pat McAfee. I don't know. But bro, like, yeah, he's a star. He's just waiting, for the opportunity. So by process of elimination, I think Obafemi's reign as the Thanos of NXT will still continue, bro.
You know what? I don't mind it. In fact, I think Oba could be ready for the main roster as well.
Yeah, but the thing about Oba is like I feel that he needs to hold down NXT a bit longer as the main guy.
Yes.
Because I don't see any beyond these two contenders. I don't know who
Yep.
else can step up to that level yet, or is ready for that level yet.
No, that's true. But they also have a bit of a problem. If you take Trick Williams away, who's the number one contender? Like, they don't really have that other guy, right? The next person in line to challenge Obafemi. Unless it's...
not AD Thorpe.
Who?
AD Thorpe.
Oh, oh my god, boring is that guy, Eddie
There
Thorpe.
was a period where Eddie Thorpe was forever in the main event with Trick Williams, and I'm like, why the hell is this guy the main guy?
I mean, they're trying with this fella.
I don't know. Tony D'Angelo has been there for quite a while. Is he ever gonna go up?
Like I've said before, his gimmick is his ceiling. He's this mafia boss, like he's got the family. Hey, you need more. Your ethnicity, your background is not a gimmick.
Yeah, agreed.
It should be part of who you are, yes, but it shouldn't be your entire gimmick, and that's the problem with him. I think they played too hard into the but like it makes no sense. It's not something that people can connect with.
I don't think that's it. I think he will probably drop down become a lower cut once he's on the main roster. Yeah, but you know what? I still think he deserves at least a run with the NXT champion though.
Irvin says Mr. Dakota Kai. Apparently Eddie Thorpe is part of Team Kick.
Oh really?
Yes.
Maybe they bond over their Native American roots or something. I don't know.
Huh? Dakota Kai is Native American? I thought she's New Zealander.
She's Maori, right?
Oh.
Okay lah.
Different lah. That one is Native New Zealander. The other one Native American.
They all vibe over their nativeness lah.
That's not how it works. Okay.
Okay. Come, let's continue.
They vibe over the fact that they were the original peoples of their land.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Okay.
Actually, the way that we've just sort of talked about it, right? I agree. Oba should retain, and maybe Trick moves up.